Hey there folks, John here with ThruMyLens, and today I'm coming to you with a travel-related video. And today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the American Express Centurion Lounge located at the Atlanta airport, Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I've been to a few of the American Express Centurion Lounges now. The first one I went to was in Miami last year. And I'm going to be honest, I was not overly impressed simply because I had to wait in line to get in the lounge. It was really crowded in the lounge, and the food was just okay. It wasn't anything, special to write home about. It looked like it would probably be a really nice facility if there were about half the people that were in there. So when I took a recent trip to Europe, which you can read about on ThruMyLens, I did do a travel report, and it's divided into 3 days for Germany, Paris, and London. And then I also did a couple of reports on 2 of the car museums that I visited, the BMW Museum and the BMW Welt, as well as the Porsche Museum. You can find articles on those on the ThruMyLens website. I also did videos on each of those that can also be found here on the ThruMyLens YouTube channel. So I got to the Atlanta airport, flew from Dayton, got into Atlanta, and I had a lot of time between flights. My flight to Munich was not going to be leaving for about 6 hours, so I had a considerable amount of time to spend. So I went over to the American Express Centurion Lounge. My flight was departing out of E-Gate, and fortunately the Centurion Lounge was also in E-Gate, so that made it pretty convenient and easy to find. Now, this particular Centurion Lounge is notable because it's very new. It opened in February of 2024, and to date, I believe it is still American Express's largest, by square footage, largest Centurion Lounge in any airport in the world, and it is huge. I lucked out when I walked into the American Express Centurion Lounge. There weren't that many people inside. It was maybe about half full, and I didn't have a wait getting in. So I had kind of come after the lunch rush, I think, and there was a little bit of a lull. So I did get the opportunity to look around, and it's beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. And it's very open. It's meant to be very calming and soothing. In kind of the center area, there's this really large tree that is decorative and just really gives a nice calming vibe to the entire place. One of the things that I really appreciated about the Centurion Lounge in Atlanta was the outdoor terrace area. It was absolutely gorgeous. One of the concerns that I had when I walked outside and sat down is, am I going to be choking on jet fuel out here, because you're not very far from the planes, and surprisingly, there were no fumes from the jets. So that was really nice. It was very comfortable out there, very nice. You could bring your food out there. You could work out there if you wanted to. Really nice space to utilize. Unfortunately, there were a couple of sections that I didn't have access to. They were closed off to the public for whatever reason. They have kind of like an atrium, kind of a walkway through some greenery that you can go to. That's nice. Unfortunately, that was closed, but it does have some other premium features that not all Centurion lounges have. It has this reserve bar for the whiskey bros out there. I don't drink, so that wasn't of particular interest to me. But there was a reserve whiskey bar where you can get some high-end bourbon whiskey, and of course there were plenty of different places that you could plug in and work There was, of course, free Wi-Fi. They've got a password that's usually on a little placard near the seating areas. So lots of different places, but even half full, a lot of the more comfortable places where you'd want to sit and work, they were taken up. I kind of had to sit at a kind of a bench and almost like a bar setup. I wanted to sit near the kind of near the food. So let's talk about the food for a second. This particular Centurion, again, is supposed to have a little bit more premium food selection than many of the others. Certainly the one that I visited in Miami. A lot of the Centurion lounges, they try to get a local chef to curate a very fancy menu. I'll show some pictures of what I actually ended up getting, and again, there's more detail in the photo report that I posted on ThruMyLens on the website. Again, link in the description box. Ultimately, as fancy looking as it is, it's still buffet. It's still food that's been sitting out. You can only get so fancy with that sort of thing. And it kind of left me feeling like I would have rather just had some basic sandwiches, that you could put together versus something that was more curated, but was just going to dry out and not be particularly pleasant when you went to eat it. The other problem that I have is even just to get a diet soda, you've got to go up to the bar and again, if the place is even half full, you're probably going to be waiting in line. And I just don't like to wait in line, particularly when I'm hungry or thirsty. So that's always something that kind of rubs me the wrong way. Beyond that, in terms of luxury lounges, this is probably about as good as it gets from an experience. And of course, they have showers with high-end. They're stocked with high-end products. The bathrooms were gorgeous. The staff was very accommodating. I did note that when I left, there was a line to get in, so they had gotten quite a bit busier since when I arrived. I ended up staying a couple of hours before I wanted to do some other things. But it really does make me question the value of luxury lounges, because a lot of larger airports that you'd be flying through, where you'd be using these, have very good food courts with some, excellent choices. Yeah, you're in an airport food court, so you're going to pay more than you would visiting a similar restaurant, back home. You're paying for the convenience, but if the food's better, if you enjoy it better, I don't mind paying a little bit more. And increasingly in airports, you don't have to go to the luxury lounge. You don't have to have special access to be able to go somewhere to work, to be able to go somewhere to recharge devices. There are options there. So, I'm kind of questioning, these luxury lounges. I'm going to be visiting some more of them this year. During the trip, I also visited the Centurion Lounge at the London Heathrow Airport. So stay tuned for my report on that. Well, there you have it. There are my thoughts on the Atlanta American Express Centurion Lounge in the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. God bless. We'll see you in the next one. I hope you've enjoyed this production from the ThruMyLens YouTube channel. If you did, please click on the like button and do share the video on social media. If you'd like to see more content like it, please do subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and do check out ThruMyLens at www.thrumylens.org.